I would just like to say that there were no leftovers from the s'mores brownies that I took to the party yesterday. So we are back in the kitchen making another dessert. Today we're doing rainbow chip cake. I saw a baker's video on here just a minute ago. She was making a berry chantilly cake and she took box cake and doctored it up. So we're gonna do the same method just with the rainbow chip cake, because although I do have berries, I don't have the right cake mix for a berry chantilly cake, which I wish I had thought about because it's the 4th of freaking July. But anyway, we're gonna put the frosting aside. This is rainbow chip Betty Crocker frosting, elite if you're making a funfetti style cake. Obviously 2 boxes of the rainbow chip cake mix, which I didn't even know that there was a I didn't know that there was rainbow chip and funfetti, that they were different, but I'm excited to try the rainbow chip box mix for the first time. She also used Greek yogurt, milk, butter, and oil, a bunch of eggs, and then we're gonna do some almond extract and vanilla extract as well. So I think she started by sifting her cake mix, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't know how this is gonna go because I think there are like little rainbow chips in this box mix, but we'll figure it out. I'm kind of winging this, but we're gonna use, it calls for 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, so I'm gonna use 1/4 cup of oil plus 1/4 cup of butter for the other half. And we need 2 cups, I'm gonna go all milk instead of milk and water, so we're gonna go 2 cups of milk. And then I'm just gonna eyeball this Greek yogurt. I don't wanna do too much because I don't have the pudding mix that she added into hers. So I feel like my ratio of dry ingredients is gonna be a little off, so I don't wanna have too much liquid without having to go in and add flour and stuff. I'm using Greek yogurt. I do see a lot of recipes call for sour cream, and I just don't have any. I do have Greek yogurt, so that's what we're gonna use because it's not that serious, right? It's probably like 1/4 cup. I just want it for the moisture. And then we need 6 eggs. Baked it. Wash your hands. And in we're gonna eyeball just, ow, I fell on my toe. A little bit of vanilla and a little bit of almond extract. For the almond extract, be very conservative. It is a super strong, flavorful extract, and it's not an almond cake. I just want it to have, I love almond flavor, so I just want it to have a little touch, but we're gonna go in with that much vanilla. I'm gonna pour this in a cap. And that much almond extract. That might have been half a teaspoon, maybe. I really hope my dry to wet is not messed up. Okay, it looks pretty normal, and even though you're not supposed to, I am gonna give it a taste because I don't want it to taste crazy. I'm making shit up. If I have to stop by the store and get a cake on my way to this party, I will. I'm not above it. Okay, this is gonna be good. I am gonna let this sit because the professional cake lady said you need to hydrate your batter. So I'm gonna cover it with some saran wrap, maybe. I'm gonna cover it with foil because I don't have any saran wrap, and we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes while my oven preheats. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, and ooh, it does look a little fluffy, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna get this in the pan and we're gonna get it baked off. Now, normally I would put some flour in this baking dish, but because I'm not going to frost the sides, I am just going to spray it down. I sprayed it down with some avocado oil. So we're gonna go cake batter. Now this is 2 boxes and it's supposed to be in a 9x13. 1 box in a 9x13. I just didn't want my cake to be super thin. So I did 2 boxes. This is a 10x14 pan, I think. So hopefully it all fits. If it doesn't, I'll make myself a couple cupcakes. This is how you know rainbow chip is built different than funfetti, because if I let a funfetti batter sit for 10 to 15 minutes, the sprinkles would have disintegrated and it would just be color, but the chips still have their integrity because they're like candy coated. What's that bark? Like the almond bark? That's kind of what they're made out of. Into the oven for about 30 minutes. And this is all the cake that I came home with. And I had to fight for these 2 pieces, okay?